Hello my lovelies, and you join me. Thank you. You join me in Mingebag in town, and I hate driving in town. Oh, and if you care to look straight ahead of you, that is the famous crooked spire. There are lots of stories about how the spire are you on the wonk? There are lots of stories about how the spire ended up crooked. I think the truth is they used dodgy timber. Mingebag is doing a weird thing. Right, I've got a theory that if you buy anything, and no offence, this isn't a nationalistic thing, but if you buy anything cheap and Chinese that plugs into your cigarette lighter, I'm convinced that somehow or other it screws the car up. Now, I'm convinced that that using that FM transmittery thing that I used in Brian for ages, I'm convinced that that's what did Brian. When Matt, Furious Driving, had his issue on the way to his show in that 75 of his, he was using one of the same things and had the same kind of issues. And I've been using a similar thing here in Mingebag. And the other day, I went to pump Mingebag's tyre up. Which lane should I be in? We'll go this way. I went to pump Mingebag's tyre up, and the tyre inflator thing wouldn't work, and Mingebag went all weird, and the battery was drained, and the hazards went on, and all weirdness. So I tried the tyre pump in another car, and it was absolutely fine. Yeah, you just pull out, mate, don't worry about it. And now, if I put the cigarette lighter in and press it, actuate it, operate it, whatever word you want to use, then again the dials all go doolally, the temperature gauge goes to off the scale hot. So something probably weird is going on, and I'm convinced it's to do with plugging cheap Chinese things in. Could be totally wrong, there could be another reason for it. So I'm going to put and it's the same thing as it was with, oh yeah, and just before I started filming, then I'm just driving along in Minge totally normally, and everything just cut out, completely lost all electricity, and then it just started again, you know, in a fraction of a second. So something's going on. It's very similar to what happened with Brian, and I'm sure that these cheap Chinese things are somehow killing batteries. So I'm going to put a full trickle charge, a 12-hour trickle charge in Minge, and might even be looking at having to put a new battery in. But the moral of this story is, be careful about plugging cheap Chinese things into your cigarette lighter. Oh, and while I think about it, if you compare this footage with the footage last night, then you will see why I've made the right decision about which car to take next week. This is not a suitable car for trying to film in. I mean, I don't know how it'll come out, because this camera might have some sort of image stabilization, but the camera is shaking like a shitting dog. I imagine the audio isn't going to be too clever. Rain on the roof is making a bit of an old racket. Yeah, it wouldn't have been suitable at all, would it? Fun road trip, yes. Serious filming road trip, no. Dick Dum Dum is the chap for that. Yep, just happened again. Dials all went mad. Lights came on, lost electricity. Something's going on. No, this isn't a Pectron car. This is a Lucas BCU. I think despite the battery starting the car and appearing to work, I think the battery has been cooked by the plugging in e-cigarette lighter thing. That's what I think. So, no road trips for Minchbag until we get to the bottom of this. Never done anything like this before. God, what a horrible day. Oh, and now my wipers have stopped working. Fantastic. Oh no, we're back. I'll tell you what, all of you who voted, sod it, take Minchbag anyway, it would have been absolute sheer bloody misery. It really would. It would be like this, and I'm not enjoying this at all. Oh, breathe in. Oh, dear me. Oh well, as long as Minch gets me safely back, then it's all good. Momo for lunch, if anybody was wondering. Bloody hell, where's all this traffic coming from? Okay. Mental note, this car cannot be trusted for the time being. I'm sure it's just a cooked battery that doesn't appear to be cooked. Remember we had the same thing with Brian. Battery was testing is fine, but we had all those symptoms and stuck a new battery on him and all was good. Hello darlings, and you join me once again on the way to work, and once again I've just realised that my washers aren't working. Oh, that's good, isn't it? Are they not working or are they empty? Ah, you see, now I didn't test them yesterday, did I? Have I found an issue? Gosh, how annoying. Anyway, you join me once again in Dick Dum Dum, the 45 V6. I've decided to take him to work again tonight, but this will be for the last time. Last night when I was driving him, I noticed that the leather steering wheel and the leather gear knob were somewhat dull. And I've employed my patented method of polishing, my patented polishing procedure. Oh, that works. Triple P, patented polishing procedure, which is basically I slather moisturizer all over my hands, you know, like hand cream, something like that. I mean, bit of product placement, I'm using Nivea for Men cream, face, body, hands. So you slather that all over your hands and then you drive your car. You change gear, although this is an automatic. You twiddle the steering wheel around and the moisturising stuff makes your steering wheel all nice and shiny. It's a very, very good technique, except that because the stuff is really slippery, you can't hold the steering wheel properly, and the chances are that you are inevitably going to have really quite a serious crash. So I don't actually recommend this method at all. It's an extremely stupid thing to do, and really should know better, but there we are. What else was I going to tell you? I know I've been bum swizzled by realising that the washers aren't working. Oh dear. Well, hopefully it's just that they're empty rather than that they are knackered. Right, well, I'll have to check that out. And the other thing I plan to do today... Oh no, I don't need to do that, do I? No, I can do that at home. Right, ignore me. Goodbye. Does anybody want to buy that Audi, what is it, Q5? I can get it for you at a good price. Ooh. Oh, just about made it. Just about made it. Right. Old school on the way home. No music. Radio 4. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's about it, my lovelies. Another day done. Another live stream coming up. Another supper to look forward to. Another bottle of wine to pour down the little red lane. And then another nice, hopefully nice, sleep is. Sleep is always nice, isn't it? I love sleep. So, there we go. Take care, guys. Much love from me. Catch you next time. Pachoo, and indeed, bosh.